Okay, so this is our one and only call for this group. Our group is only 2 weeks long, so congratulations to those who got on because it's important to be on these. Tonight we have a few things that we're going to go over. We're going to touch base on some of the things that were posted within the group, so some of your assignments or daily posts. We're going to go over some stuff that I want to add into a little bit of for new coaches, basically about confidence. So, because I've been hearing a lot of coaches, lacking that part. So without further ado, we will just start. This week one of the things that we talked about was goal setting. It was one of the first things we talked about because if you don't have a goal, you don't know what you're working for. One of the goals should be hitting Success Club. You're obviously in this group because you want to be a working coach. So hitting Success Club is a goal. Rank advancing is a goal. It could be a monetary goal. It could be, really anything based, materialistic goal that you want to hit for the year, whatever it is. If you don't know what you're shooting for, you're not going to reach it. So I always tell my new coaches when we get on a Getting Started Right call, I tell them when they come to me and they say, after they watch my video for my welcome email, and they say, I want to be a working coach. We get on a Getting Started Right call, and one of the first things I tell them is, I am not your boss. I am your mentor. I'm here to tell you what works and what to do that will grow your business, but you don't have to do it. So I start off right off the bat because I don't want them thinking that if they don't do the things that I say, that they can't be successful. With this business, it is solely yours. It's one of the rarest things with multi-level marketing where you are actually in control of your own business. And I use Pampers Chef as an example because A, I love their products, and B, I was thinking about selling them. But when it came down to it, I found out that you had to have 4 parties booked before you could even sign up as a consultant. So to me, that wasn't my own business. It was somebody telling me what I had to do. So when new coaches come on and they start seeing Success Club and PV and all of these things that are quote unquote necessary, I tell them in the beginning, they're not. I'm going to tell you that if you don't hit Success Club, your business is probably going to be stale because hitting Success Club, there's numerous reasons why I want to hit Success Club, which I'm going to go over in a few minutes. You don't have to drink Shakeology. You don't have to do the workouts. But if you don't, it's really hard to sell something that you're not on. How can you share your journey with everybody on Facebook or Instagram or whatever if you're not doing it? But you don't have to. So I always make them aware. I'm going to tell you what is beneficial for your business, but you can take it or you can leave it. So Success Club is a big one. If you're growing your business, you want to be hitting Success Club. You will push, you will do anything possible to hit at least 5 every single month. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm actually going to make a video on this because I'm going to go into more depth about it. But I know a lot of new coaches are like hemming and hawing about Success Club. Oh, I'll just hit it next month or whatever. When I started as a coach, I had in my head from my upline that hitting Success Club was non-negotiable. There is recognition for it. There's it ensures that you're helping people, obviously, because you're selling challenge packs or Shakeology. It shows that your business is growing. If you're not hitting Success Club, your business is not growing. You constantly have to be reaching out to new people and achieving and gathering new people to join challenge groups to help them. Right now, when I started, you could get more than 2 points per customer. So if you had a customer from December who decided that they wanted to be in your next challenge group and they bought a new challenge pack, you could get another 2 points. They've completely changed that. You're only allowed 2 points, 2 points per customer. So that tells you right then and there that their focus is helping people, reaching new people, gaining new people into your organization and or challenge groups. So that's one of the things. It also ensures that your income is growing. A, you're either adding them as discount coaches for your cycle bonus, or B, you're adding their challengers, obviously, and you're making commission. And hopefully, if you're working with them correctly and effectively, they're going to see great results, and they're going to continue Shakeology, which will also help, obviously, with income. And here is a little blurb that I got from corporate about Success Club, which I thought was amazing. Leaders who are committed to hitting Success Club consecutively, month after month, earn 7 times more in income than a coach who does not participate in Success Club. So once again, you don't have to hit Success Club, but if you want to grow a business and you want this to do something for you, for your family, you want it to meet your goals, whatever it may be, you have to be hitting Success Club. It becomes a non-negotiable. And those leaders who consecutively hit Success Club for 2 years increase their earnings by 234%. That's a big number just for hitting Success Club 5 in 2 years. So if you haven't hit it, or you're a past coach who decided now they want to work the business, make it on your top of your priority list is to hit Success Club. If you have to come up with, a new group because your challenge group that you were running with your upline, or a challenge group that you decided to run yourself, didn't get you to Success Club, that's what you're going to have to do. And I'll give you a tip. Something that has helped my team is creating a 7-day shredding cleanse group. Has helped wonders, has gotten me discount coaches when I needed them. I can post it in Revelation Fitness. I have the 7-day cleanse or 7-day shred meal plan. So what they get is a complete meal plan made up. They get a grocery list, and they get, you have the post to post every day. And what they have to purchase, obviously, is the 3-day refresh. So that is a challenge pack. You sell it to them in a challenge pack, you get your points. It's a 7-day short group, and it's over and done with. So that has worked wonders. So you guys have to come up with something creative in order to get your Success Club points and reach more people. Does this make sense? Okay. I don't want to touch too much on it because we have other things to talk about, but know that on the top of this goal setting list that you have, Success Club should be there. I'm not saying it's all going to come from challengers. Some of them should come from coaches. So for me, the first half of the month was looking for challengers to help. And the second half is doing this 5-day sneak peek that starts tomorrow and looking for new coaches who want to work the business. Obviously, we're going to try to have them sign up with the challenge pack. That will help with your Success Club points. On to inviting. We talked about this. And the manual there, I think, is a script. Hand in hand with this is consistency. It is a big thing. If you're not consistent with your inviting, you're not going to gain new people, unfortunately. I'm sorry. They don't come out of the woodworks like they do when you invite. You might do a post that gets 1 or 2 people who are interested, but if you message 10, you might have 4 people who are interested. So having that consistency on your goal list of how many people you want to invite per day, every day, you do not go to bed until you invite them, it will pay off. I promise. So these are 2 things that you don't have to do in your business, but it's something that as a mentor, I suggest you do. This goes into hearing no. Obviously, with inviting 10 people, you're going to hear no's. And if you're a new coach, I've heard this a lot from my new coaches who are trying to move forward in the business. They're hearing a lot of no's and they're getting very discouraged. How many have been there? Yeah, everybody? Everybody discouraged because they hear no? All right. So I posted it in Revelation Fitness. I don't know how many of you are in there, but I know, Kyle, you said that you're starting it this month, is the go for no. 100 no's. And it sounds silly. Yeah, there it is. It sounds silly, honestly, because you're like, well, why are you shooting for no's? Like, don't you want yeses? But right here on this sheet, I have 41 no's. And out of these 41 no's, I've met my Success Club goal, you know, so I still have a whole bunch more no's to hit before the end of the month because I'm going for 100 every single month. But this doesn't just include challengers. If you're inviting for the 5-day sneak peek or for the coaching opportunity and you hear no, they go on this list too. It does not just mean challengers. I want you guys to understand that. You know, so it's important to go for no because the more no's you get, the more yeses you get. The rule of thumb, I mean, it doesn't always play true, but the rule of thumb is for every 10 no's, you get a yes. So if you are constantly searching for a no, you're going to get some yeses. And you have to, there's no other way of saying it other than you have to get over the discouragement of getting no's. Because we've all been there. We've all had to get over it. It is what it is. People say no. It doesn't mean no forever. It means no, not right now. So example, last month I talked to a girl who was gung-ho about signing up for my Busy Women's group. She was ready to sign up. She's like, how long will it take? I said 5 minutes. Started walking her through it. She had to leave. She had to go somewhere. I don't know where. Week later, still haven't heard from her. I've reached out to her, nothing. Well, it wasn't her time, obviously. So I reached out to her again because she was on my list of no's, and she just signed up yesterday as a discount coach. So this is why it's important to keep the people's names here, because next month when you run your next challenge group, you're going to check in with all of these people. These are your follow-ups. So you have 100 follow-ups for the next month. And those follow-ups, if you get more no's, you may get 10 yeses from it because you followed up with them. But the rest of them go back onto your no sheet. But you might even have 200 no's if you're inviting new people. You never know. But these are all follow-ups that eventually, I'd say about, Kristen, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but I would say about 90% of them come back eventually and say yes. I mean, it is a big number, whether it's a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. And it's funny, you guys will laugh a year from now. People who you have messaged who have not messaged you back will come out of the woodwork and message you like out of the blue and be like, what is this that you're doing? I need your help.
Yeah. I think I can, I mean, I'm going to call my girls out, but Miss Stephanie and Kathy, I mean, I think I've talked to both of them for, Stephanie, I think I've talked to for the past year, and Kathy's been following me for the past year. So you guys, you never know who's watching, and you know, just by them seeing me and the consistency, and now they're here on this call and they're brand new coaches. You never know, and that's my philosophy: is you never give up on people. You guys have a solution. You know what it can do for you. Just never give up on helping people, because like Kaileigh said, it may just not be their time. They may need the confidence. They may need to see somebody else do it to assure themselves that, okay, I think I can do this. I can do this. And you guys are all well capable of doing something, because this is a great thing. You're giving them the gift of health and a new life.
Yeah. So instead of coming to your upline and saying, I just keep getting no's, I'm really discouraged, I want you to practice coming to your upline and saying, I just got 30 no's and that's friggin' awesome. Because those are 30 people that I can check in with next month and I might get 6 yeses out of it. You know, and that's 30 no's on my 100 sheet that I don't have to worry about. You know, now I only have to find X amount. So I want you to become excited about the no's, because that's what's going to drive your business. If you sit down and you think about, oh my gosh, I have 30 no's, I'm never going to be able to get a yes. You know, the month of December, I went through, I think it was like 25 no's before I got 1 yes. And it was ridiculous, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, come on, people. But the harder months, November, December, normally it would be August, but this year I think it's going to be September, is going to be rough months. It just is in this business. So those months, the rule of thumb for your no's is for every 20 no's, you're going to get a yes. I mean, the number just goes up. So that's why it's important to consistently have that number in your goal list of how many people you want to reach out to per day so that you can reach your goal. If you're not ready to do 100 no's, start with 25, start with 50, but you have to be consistently messaging them, because they're not going to come out of nowhere, especially if you're a new coach. Older coaches, they may come out more because they've seen that you've been consistent in what you're doing and you're helping people for 6 months, a year. Newer coaches, they have to build that trust with you. They have to see that you're consistently doing it, that you're going to be around in 6 months. So it's important. By far, consistency is a huge issue, huge deal. So remember that. Something else we talked about is posting. This also goes hand in hand with consistency. You guys see like a pattern here? Everything goes like hand in hand right there. Posting. A lot of new coaches do beach body vomit. It's beach body this, beach body that, beach body this, and there's nothing in between. There's no pretty sandwich. There's, no layers, no nothing. So I want you to be cautious of what you're posting. Do engaging posts. Ask questions. People love to give their opinion. It's just what we do. I'm sure you've been there. You've seen somebody post something like, oh, I have an opinion on this and I'm going to post on it. I've been more aware of it because I don't like all the notifications when other people start posting their opinions because I don't care about theirs, but people do it. So if you are going to a wedding and you have 3 dresses, even though you may know, Kyle, I'm not saying you're wearing a dress. If you have 3 suits, whatever it may be, but you already know which one you're wearing, still post a picture. Which one do you prefer? Because it's getting people commenting on your stuff, and it's going to show up in their people's news feeds and so on and so forth. So you want to find your 3 to 5 things that are you. 100% you, not me. So if you're watching me, don't post what I'm posting if it has nothing to do with you. If I post something about knitting and you don't knit, don't do it. So you want to find those 3 to 5 things that people can relate to you. And that's the type of people that you want to attract. And you're going to post about them. I don't post ads on my Facebook wall. I don't 21 Day Fix pictures. I will create something. PicMonkey is amazing. I think it's like $40 for the year. And I actually split it with another coach for the Royal. So it's very cheap. And well worth it. So create something that's engaging, that speaks to you, because if it speaks to you, it's going to speak to somebody like you. And those are the people that you want because you know how to help them. You want to have people come to you, talk to you, and leave the conversation thinking to themselves, wow, you get it. Because that's how they're going to trust you. That's how they're going to relate to you. And that's how they're going to become part of your challenge group or team. 100%. So, on one of the posts in the group, I had said, go follow some of the top coaches. See what they do. I air this on caution because when I first did this, I started trying to mimic their posts, and you have to be careful with that because you're not them. And taking a post that you think is an amazing post that they got traffic from, because you can see how many people are interested just by commenting emails or whatever, doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. But it's an idea setting. It's how you see how they post on their walls. But don't think that it's you and that's going to work for you because they're not you. I just want to let you guys know that because I had a hard time doing that when I first started. I was like, oh, that's really good. I'm going to try that. And I didn't get anywhere because it wasn't me. So just remember that. One of the other things we talked about was time management. It's a big thing. Kristen posted a couple of Power Hour pictures in Revelation Fitness. I posted one as our timeline photo in Revelation Fitness for a while because I know a lot of coaches, especially new ones, either are excited about the business and this happened to me, I can speak from experience, are on the computer or their phone all the time. And it can take a toll on your spouse. It can take a toll on your kids. It can take a toll on your business if you're doing it at work. So time management is good. It is effective. You have to be working smarter during your power hour or power 2 hours or however many hours you're devoting. You do not need to work hard in this business. You have to work smart. So if you have a problem with scrolling through Facebook when you're on there trying to message people or checking in your groups, I suggest you use the app on your phone for groups, because you can get in, get out of your groups, and not have to worry about Facebook scrolling. Kristen can talk more about the Power Hour because she has a full-time job and kids, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I kind of just, I'm just here. So I'm going to let Kristen talk on this. I'm just going to call her out because she has a set thing that she does. And even just the other day, we were talking on Facebook, and she's like, okay, I got to go do my Power Hour. And we were done, because she knew what she had to get done. So go ahead, Kristen.
All right. Can you guys hear a lot of back noise? We have Finding Nemo on in the back. Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up. Okay. So I do a Power Hour. When I first started the business, I was one of those coaches that just kind of, Kaileigh friend requested me. I watched her for a while. I wanted to know what she did. And she called me on the phone, which I thought was really random. And she was so excited about it, and it got me excited. And I was like, I can do this. And I just was like, phew. I was one of those coaches that was always on my phone. My husband, I talk about all the time, was my biggest hater. He didn't support me in the beginning. He didn't believe in Shakeology, thought I was wasting my money, the whole 9 yards. So even though I was starting to have success, it did start to take a toll on me. And I said, okay, I need to figure out what's going on, how to do this. And so I set up a Power Hour. So how my day looks, this comes from being so excited about my business, but knowing that I had to balance my life and my kids. I had to sacrifice sleep. I love sleeping in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I work as a nurse. So waking up early is just something that I had to work on. And I think a lot of my inspiration actually came from Jen Terry, because she wakes up so early and she works out and she posts her pictures. And I'm like, you know what? If she's doing this, I'm going to start getting up. So Bianca, one of my coaches, and I, we had a 5 a.m. fit club. We got on. We would take shots of the microwave that we were waking up early, wake up, do my workout, have my shake. I'm either out the door to work to the unit for 13 hours, or I'm taking my kids to school. So bam, I knocked out, one of the vital behaviors. The next one that I do is I do try to get, a quick post out, or I have it scheduled. I do my invites, and I just go down my checklist. It is effective. On some days, like this past 3 days, I haven't done any invites. I've been posting, but now, because I missed a couple of that, now I'm going to have to compound, 30 invites into one sitting and just manage my time. So it does work. It may look like it's very easy from the outside. You're probably looking sometimes at the leaders and you're like, how in the world are they doing that? I still do that. But it just is a routine that they got into, and it's almost part of their daily routine, just like you guys would if you're working out. So figure out where in your day you can start to make small sacrifices, whether that means not watching your favorite show every night, or, skipping wine with the girls, whatever activity you're doing right now that you could be taking that time to build a 6-figure business, you need to do it. If you still are caught in that belief system where, well, this couldn't happen to me because I did that for a while, it can happen. It's just like Kaileigh said, it doesn't matter how fast you go or how slow, but the consistency is what pays off. So I hope that's what you were looking for. Do you guys have questions about the Power Hour? Do you have a daily task sheet? Does anybody have that? Do you set this up? Do you have office hours? Are you thinking in the mindset of a business yet, or are you still kind of playing with everything? Anybody want to chat?
For me, what I've been doing is, because I started this new job. I'm a nurse too. Kristen knows. So my time to work the business is nights. I've been kind of like hanging out usually between 10 and midnight. That's really kind of like the only time that it's quiet that I can work and do it. I think the biggest question I have is, I don't get so much discouraged when people say no. I'm just like, why? Why are you saying no? This stuff is amazing. I get so frustrated because they're not ready. And even before I became a coach, I've been using the Beachbody products for like 7 years. And so I know they work. It's just, I don't know what made me wait this long, but it's just, I really want to help people. And so when they don't get it right away, it's just, if they don't even want to try the shake, or they don't want to try the program, they say they want to change, but they don't want to do anything to start, I get frustrated. So I think for me, it's especially with the invitations, how do you find new people? If I get that you check up on the ones that say no, that's cool. But where are you finding like the new people that you're able to invite?
That comes from your social media. If you're a brand new coach, your warm market is very warm, which means Facebook. It's very warm. I started this business with, I think it was like 466 friends on Facebook. I rarely came on, maybe once a week. And honestly, March will be 2 years, and I'm just over 1,000. Like I just, I don't know. But mine have come from, right now, mostly is Instagram and my like page. I have gotten people from referrals. I have gotten people from my blog, and adding new people to Facebook, just, friending 5 people a day, or 5 people every other day. The search tool, I'm kind of going away from Facebook only because they're really cracking down. We've had this discussion on team call before, but the search bar in Facebook is an amazing tool. You can legit search what is you. You can search, I'm looking, or women under 40 who like The Biggest Loser. And you'll get a whole list of people who that criteria matches. So doing that and connecting with people that way, creating free groups that people can just join. If they're looking for fitness inspiration, or, Bianca, Kristen's coach, just did one for Brazilian moms, so women, and like that blew up. So like if you have something that you're passionate about, share it with people, because it's other people I'm sure have the same passion and they want to connect with those same people. So like pages are good because you can post and it's like visual to everyone that likes it. But groups also, before you guys were coaches, were you guys ever a part of a group on Facebook, that you guys saw or somebody else invited you to, and it was like, oh, get fit with us, or, something about cooking, or, whatever it was, a book club, if you have something like that, use that, get people involved, give away, prizes if they invite 5 friends to the group, like something like that, so that you're constantly getting new eyes on your stuff in the group. You can make connections with people. That's the whole forming. You want to, make relationships with them in an area outside of Beachbody. When you're forming a relationship, you're talking about, for me, it would be kids. It would be my faith, all those types of things. And I wouldn't be mentioning Beachbody. Then we'd be talking and forming that relationship, and eventually I'd invite them to coaching opportunity, depending on if they're a stay-at-home mom who felt the same way I did, where they had no purpose and they wanted to help contribute to the family. But that's that information you get from forming these relationships. It takes time, but it works. And then those people, if they're challengers, have a trust with you, so they're going to use you they're going to send people to you for referrals, because they trust you.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like if you guys can think of something that's really entertaining to you, or if you think of a problem. So Kathy, you're a nurse. You know what cardiovascular disease looks like. You know what diabetes looks like. You know how the cost of medications that people are on right now. You know that Shakeology is $4 a day, that you can give somebody that is way cheaper than being on long-term medication. So if you can think of issues or problems, or anybody, if you guys see an issue, or maybe you see a girl who's, upset because she doesn't like her self-image, those are all things that you can take a problem and create a solution. You could have a group just on motivational quotes and inspiring women. You could have an all men's group on, getting buff, or I don't know. It's just whatever you think will pitch to your niche. When I started as a new coach, I had a Kristen's General Health group, and I had like 400. I added like 400 people, and Kaileigh was like, "Where did you get all these people from?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just added people, and they added their friends, and I didn't post anything about Beachbody. It was all I was teaching about cardiovascular disease because you know, I had a family member that suffered from a heart attack. That was true to my heart. So whatever you guys are really passionate about and you don't mind posting a lot about, that's going to make it fun. If you like clean eating, you know, post clean eating recipes. The good thing about it is if you love clean eating, if you start a blog, you can start taking the link from your blog, sticking it into your group page, and then you can give people the invite to go further. If they want to learn more about you, they have that option, which is, you know, the hub. So we'll talk about that, but always think of how you can help people. So if they're not interested, if they're not ready to invest in a program or Shakeology, help them with a free clean eating group. Like Kaileigh said, do that 7-day. You could do a 7-day shred with a meal plan. You could do one for free, or you could have an investment on top of it. You just have to, it's all trial and error. And the coaches that last in this business are the ones that are willing to not give up so easily, where they're going to try, if this route didn't work, well, we're going to go to the next one. And what did you do with this? And what, you know, and you just kind of keep going through those steps until you find what works for you.
Right.
So
So as far as groups and stuff, something that I have my binder here. I have a binder to keep track of everything. And I have sheets in here for new contacts. It's a tab. December, I haven't added it, but there's probably about, I don't know, 25, 30 names on my list for December that I've added that are not doing anything Beachbody related, but they've been added to Facebook through either, I'll even write down, like a mom's group that I'm in, or a mutual friend, or Instagram or Facebook search, or like page, you know. So these are where I found these people, but some of them came from an event that I did in December for a 7-day holiday recipe swap. It was just an event. It was free, but in there I had them invite friends. I gave a prize away every day for the person who had the most likes on their recipe that they shared. So thinking of these things where you can have friends of friends add you, and anybody that was in that group, one of the requirements was they had to add me as a friend on Facebook. So now there's more eyes on my stuff, and I just wrote their name down when they friended me, because these are people that I can reach out to and start forming relationships with. So I suggest that you start tracking your business. If you want to quickly write down, I can tell you what my tabs are in my binder, if you want me to. Yes? No?
Yes.
Let me tell you what it is. Will it help?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So my first one is goals, and this is where my dream board is, and any goals that I have for my team or myself. The second one is Beachbody business. So it's just general info that I have. So this could be like, for me on this page right now, it's schedules and a leader's page. It's just like general things that I've been thinking. New contacts. Like I said, I have a page for every month. The next one is challenge groups, which challenge groups I have running and the people in them. The next one is potential challengers. And these are people who have expressed interest in a challenge group. I write their name down and where they're from. It's extremely important to know where you're getting your customers from, where you're getting your coaches from, because that's going to be the place that you're going to constantly go to. Obviously, you have something working there that you need to continue to work. So it's important to know where they're coming from. And then the next tab is potential coaches. Same thing. I write down where they are from, their name, and next to their name if they signed up as a coach and the date that they signed up. The next tab is trainings with coaches and their goals. This is for when you start building a team of working coaches. You want to know their goals. You want to know, like, if you're running training groups. So I'm running an emerging leaders group. And I've got coaches in there, and there's just general information like when our Zoom call is and all that kind of stuff. The next tab is calls and trainings, which is where I'm using my notes for this call. So for me, we have a lot of top coaches and corporate on the emerging leaders calls, Zoom calls. So I have all of my notes from all of that. I have notes from when I get on the phone with corporate in there. And then I have a tab for Instagram ideas, and then a tab for blog ideas, a tab for like page ideas / Facebook ideas, a tab for YouTube for trainings, a tab for team goals. So if I'm on the phone, because I schedule weekly phone calls with my working coaches if they want them, and we go over goals. And I have their name, when we talked, what their goals were, the dates that they chose their goals, so I can help keep them accountable. The next one is when you have a bigger team, but team investments. So, you know, one of the things that I'm investing in is our team shirts that are due today if you want them. You know, a leadership retreat that I'm working on in September. Got to be diamond by August. So those types of things. And then this tab will change every year. If you're shooting for elite or premier, it is important to know who your 2015 coaches are. And this is because they play a role in your points. So I'm keeping a list of all of the coaches. Plus, it's always good to know how many coaches you sign in a year, because you always want to up those numbers. And then my last tab is 2014/2015 working coaches, because these coaches also play a role in your elite points / premier points, which is a totally different phone call. But that's my binder. I have it with me everywhere I go. I suggest you use it to get organized. But we're going to move on because I don't want to keep you much longer. We touched briefly on the types of coaches. Does everybody understand? I categorize them as 3 different types of coaches. Silent coaches. These are people who, you know, just are like, okay, I'm going to do the workout. I'm going to post here and there and see if anybody comes out of the woodworks. Working coaches like yourselves who are on this call, and then discount coaches who honestly are the bread and butter to your business. We just did a team call. We told you guys, if you weren't on the team call, go back and listen to it. But we told you, like, Lori Stewart is the number 3 coach in Beachbody of last year. I think she's 8-star, and 65% of her working coaches that got her to number 3 in the business came from discount coaching. They decided that they loved the program so much and the Shakeology that they decided that they wanted to start working the business. 65%. That's huge. They also fill in when you are rank advancing. So you can, it'll take you a really long time, but to go to diamond, you're going to need discount coaches. If you're growing your team for volume and income, their PV for their Shakeology every month will help that on your right and left leg, which is also another topic for another call. But they are the bread and butter to your business. They are important. They're treated just like a challenger. They do not get left in the dust. You still have to check in with them. They're not like regular working coaches. So they go on your challenger list, but they also go on your coach list because they are challengers in your group.
Can I touch base real quick too, with everything that you said, Kaileigh? Because even listening to you guys, how many of you were like, "Oh my gosh, this girl is crazy. She has all these tabs and so overwhelmed. Like, how will I ever do that?" Because that was me a while ago, and I didn't track anything, and I was very resistant to what my upline told me to do. Kind of have to do my own thing and fail, and then come back and ask for help. And Kaileigh is my upline coach, if you guys didn't know. But real quick, with the tracking, you guys want to start doing that, because like everything she's talking about, there's so many ways that you can build with Beachbody. You can go up, you can go across, you can go diagonal, you can build with discount, you can do this, you can do that. There's so many components, and the only way that you can tell which direction you want to go is 1, by tracking, and 2, what your goals are. So what I have is this big calendar that has like all my dates. I have a whiteboard where I write my coaches who I'm helping to get to Success Club. So like Kathy's almost there, Sandy's almost there, and you know, they're kicking butt and they're coming out, so they're on a board. Once they get it, then I'm going to help them to kind of push even more. I have binders, but like Kaileigh said, get used to tracking who you're recruiting, who are the people that have already purchased from you, what date did they order, because you want to remind them about the club membership. You know, then on top of that, who are your very new people that you need to talk to, and who are your performers? Because those are all people that you're going to want to track, and just start doing that in the BAT. I know that it may seem tedious and just an inconvenience to your day, but as you grow and you get bigger, you know, I think of these 15 stars, like how do they keep track of everybody? Like, oh my gosh, that would be crazy. How did Kaileigh keep track of 5 diamonds to, you know, through Christmas? But that's why that system's in place, you know. So just, you know, my call to action this week is to just try it out and start tracking everything about your business and treat it like a business.
Honestly, if you don't track where you're gaining customers or coaches from, you will come to your upline every month and say, I don't know where to find people. I can't find anyone. This is ridiculous. And honestly, I've been there. I have been there. I've gone to Melanie numerous times and complained to her about, I can't find anyone. And, you know, this is ridiculous. And after I started tracking, I knew where they were coming from. But if she asked me, well, where did you find your 12 Success Club points for last month? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I honestly can't remember where I found one person. I couldn't remember who one of the Success Club points was for because I didn't keep track. So I started keeping track, and now I know that I get them from my like page of my Instagram. And I know that those are the ones I have to focus on because that's where my traffic is coming from. But back then, I was like, probably still getting them from there, but I didn't know that. I couldn't remember, you know? So it's important to track. Like Kristen said, it sounds tedious, but it's really not. Like this, if you're using your time management skills, you won't be working without your binder next to you. So, you know, it's just right there. You just work. Lastly, well, 2 more things. Product of the product. Revelation Fitness, we have an accountability group going within that group for your business, but also for your workout / Shakeology, because being a product of the product is what sells the product. We share. They always say we share, we don't sell. Obviously, we have to sell something, but us selling comes from us sharing. If they're not seeing you working out, if they're not seeing your sweaty picture or your Flexes Friday, I'm not saying you have to do that, but whatever it is that you do every day, if they're not seeing it, they're not believing it. They don't believe that you're doing it. They don't know that you're doing it. They may think, oh, well, she worked out on Monday, but next time I saw her work out was Saturday. So what did she do the day, you know, in between? You have to be constantly showing them that this is what you're doing. And this is where it comes into play with your posting. It's not the same thing every day. It's not the same time every day. If you work out at 5 a.m. every single day, you don't have to post right after your workout every single day. You know, I save my sweaty picture for 10 o'clock at night just because different people see different things at different times. And it's not going to be 6 posts in every day about health and fitness. It's going to be 1 post about clean eating or your workout or your fix approved meal, whatever it may be. And then the other things are going to be engaging posts. They're going to be eye-catching. They're going to be something that draws people to your site. I use this as an example. My coach, Kara, she has tons of people come back to her Facebook page just to see what her son has done that day because he like gets into something every single day. And they have told her, we come to your site just to see what he's gotten into that day. So it's now a daily thing. Whenever he gets into something, I think yesterday or the day before was lotion, like her brand new bottle of lotion all over her mirror. Like, and she posted it. So, you know, they come. So they're not only seeing that, but while they're there, they're seeing her other posts. So you want to gain that traction with people and people will want to come see you. So product of the product. Lastly is confidence. This is like a big one. It goes right up there with your goal setting. So if you have bad confidence, which I think a lot of people, you know, somewhere deep down do, you have to start working on it now, because it's only going to hold you back from ever moving forward. A personal development that I listened to today happened to be about confidence. It was focus, build confidence, and take action. So there's 3 compartments to it. The first one is understanding. So understanding that you do have, bad confidence in certain areas. You may be like the most confident person in your workouts, but you might not be very confident in inviting. So understanding that you do have this issue is the step number 1. Step number 2 is skills. If you don't have the skills to invite or to lead a team, you won't have the confidence to do it. And your team and your inviters, your challenge group people that you were trying to invite will know this. It shines through, unfortunately. It's the bad part. So you have to get your skill set right. So you have to when you understand what your issue is in your confidence area, you have to find the skills to make that confidence grow. And the third part is programming. Our low confidence in certain areas come from things that are in our head that we perceive as our reality. So you grew up with a family who always put you down. And so now everything, even if somebody came to you every single day and said, "You're doing an amazing job. This is amazing," you're not going to believe it, because you've been for 20 years put down by your family, the people who are closest to you. So you want to look for repeating patterns. If you notice something that is constantly repeating itself, like your challenge groups are always flopping out, well, it has something to do with your programming, and that's where you need to focus on building that confidence in that area. Does that make sense? So, a lot of you are brand new coaches, so you're not really going to know, but a lot of coaches have low confidence in inviting because it's really stepping outside of your comfort zone, talking to people you don't know, maybe feeling like I was, that you're going to offend someone. That was a big fear of mine. I do not want to offend anyone. So, that was something that I had to work on. Whatever it may be, you want to figure it out and start working on building your confidence. And one of the books that I've suggested it numerous times, is this one. The title is funny, yes, and she does have quite a mouth on her when she's, when you're reading it. But it really does help your confidence. It actually starts stripping away your issues and really getting to the core so that you can grow that. It's actually really, really good. So I suggest you put this on your reading list if you have low confidence. That's all I have for you, I think. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, that was all good. Thank you so much for all the tips. I'm definitely going to take, especially about the groups, about joining different groups and things. That's a really good idea. I really didn't think about that, so that's awesome.
Yep. Just if you're joining groups, make sure you read their quote unquote laws, because a lot of them, like, you're not allowed to post anything, advertising wise or stuff like that. But you want to form relationships and make friends and add them as friends on Facebook because you have something in common. But yeah, it's a good thing to do.
I have another tip.
Go ahead, Jen. Sorry.
And this is because I'm crazy and I need to stop posting while I'm walking to the bathroom every day. So what I'm trying to do is pre-plan a lot of things.
Really, Mom? You do that every day?
Stop. Shut up. So what I'm trying to do is on Sundays, not only am I preparing my food for the week, but I'm planning my kids' lunches for the whole week and doing them on Sundays as well. And I'm also writing out posts for the week. A lot of times it's for what I think, moving away from the song. Posting for the week, and I'm trying to get a lot of other people to do that as well in my group, is because sometimes we get stuck and inundated and have really busy days. So I write out some posts or save down a whole bunch of images I might be able to use during the week so that I am keeping active even when I don't have a ton of time.
Yep. Little tips.
All right, real quick, guys. Everybody's got to do this real quick. On either one hand or two hands, what is your goal? How many people are you going to help this week? Hold your hands up. 5, see 3, 6, 5. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so whether that means getting them on a program with Shakeology, or if you're going to help them, if you're doing these invites and you're asking them, like, what are your goals? What are you after? They said, I just really need to lose weight. If at the end of the conversation, if they're still not, ready to make that investment, you're going to find a way to help these people. If it's somebody who is suffering from diabetes and is overweight and they can't get all their calories in because that's really hard, you're going to make some suggestions or Google something real quick. Whatever you can do to help these people, that is the focus of this business. That is what's going to draw people to you. You put good energy out into the universe, it's going to return back to you. I promise. Even if I don't sell something in the day, my to-do list is I want to help at least 10 people a day somehow, whether that's making them smile, sending something really absurd to my upline and making her cringe a little bit, whatever I can do to make sure that people have a good day, that's going to make me have a good day. So I challenge you on that. You guys can do it. And I'm so happy to see everybody on this call. Yay! That's the Shakeology kicking in. I just worked out. Sorry. So you see what people that work out? This is my post-selfie sweaty pic.
All right, guys. If nobody has any other questions, I'll let you guys go. Everybody good? Okay. Everybody have a good night.
Night.
Night.